Welcome back to Halloween Horror Reviews 2023. I really hope you guys enjoyed my first review for this year's reviews, Resident Evil Extinction. But guys, it's time to turn away from that pile of horror excrement and move on to the next review and turn things up to 11 because guys, holy crap, I cannot tell you all how excited I'm going to be talking about this particular film today. Moving on with today's review, I'm going to be talking about 1987's Evil Dead 2, directed by Sam Raimi. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. So Evil Dead 2 is a sequel to 1981's Evil Dead, but Evil Dead 2 doesn't actually start off right with Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 actually starts off as a sort of recap slash remake of the first Evil Dead before it goes into the events of Evil Dead 2. Ash has been actually possessed by the Deadites, and actually due to the sunlight, he finds himself being temporarily rescued from a Deadite, but in the meantime, we find that Ash is still fighting off the Deadites until another group of people comes into the cabin that Ash is being held up in to defend himself, and this group, along with Ash, are defending themselves against the Deadites. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Evil Dead 2. Damien! I cannot tell you all how excited I am to be talking about Evil Dead 2. Holy crap. The first Evil Dead film had a budget of, I believe, like just over $1 million if I'm not mistaken, and given what they had to work with, they accomplished a lot. But here's the thing, guys. If you guys happen to be aware of Sam Raimi's filmography, Sam Raimi is a guy that really delves into the macabre side of things, has a bit of horror with a great mix of that and hysterical comedy. With Evil Dead, you can tell that he tried to do that, but some aspects seem like they were a bit just like thrown in, and some of the comedy didn't work. Bruce Campbell and Tim Curry were unfortunately held back by budget constraints, and they were forced to work with what they could, but still what we got nonetheless is still a fun as hell horror film. However, when it comes to Evil Dead 2, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell are given more money, they're given a bit more time. This is the move that you can tell is what Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell is the one they wanted to make all along, because holy freaking shit. Evil Dead 2 takes the first Evil Dead, cranks that film up to 11, and what we have here, to say the least, is a batshit crazy film that is just pure delight. One particular person I have to give praise to is Sarah Berry, who plays Annie. I actually thought that Sarah Berry did a very good job of adding some great lore, especially to what her parents' characters were doing before the events of especially the first Evil Dead film. We must always talk about Bruce freaking Campbell as Ash Williams. I thought that Bruce Campbell was great Ash Williams in the first Evil Dead, but holy crap, Bruce Campbell here is absolutely brilliant. One particular thing I must talk about when it comes to Bruce Campbell's performance is his amazing comedic timing. I mean, holy crap, guys. Bruce Campbell goes through some pretty horrific scenes but the way that Bruce Campbell is able to just interject an icebreaker and bring out a great laugh, in particular, one of my favorite sequences in the entire film is him fighting his possessed hand.
Oh, dude. You wrote it, dude.
That whole sequence, to say the least, is absolutely brilliant. While Bruce Campbell might be one of the stars of this movie, there is another big star in Evil Dead 2, and that is Sam Raimi's directing. Sam Raimi directs this movie with such a fierce momentum that the moment this movie starts, it does not stop. I mean, don't get me wrong when I say this to you guys, other times the movie does have a slowdown, it does give you a bit of time to breathe, sure, but at the same time, throughout the entire film, Sam Raimi's directing, along with the kinetic style of energy that he brings into the film, gives us a movie that is just a non-stop go ride that is full of some of the most insane energy that I have ever seen in a horror film, let alone a horror comedy that is full of some incredible camera work, which, holy crap, the camera work in this movie is just absolutely insane to say the least. He always keeps the camera constantly moving, even with more of a lockdown shot. Sam Raimi nonetheless keeps the camera moving to keep that forward kinetic energy still going and going. It's like Sam Raimi is putting on this roller coaster ride. He buckles you and he says, "Alright guys, get ready, cause it's gonna be one hell of a ride." And oh my God, there is this great scene in this movie that involves some genius camera work. It seems like a spirit is chasing Ash around this house, and honest to God, guys, I want to know how many takes that took Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell to get right, because it seems like that took so many rehearsals. Evil Dead 2 is a movie that starts at, let's say, like about 30 miles per hour, and it ends at 100 miles per hour, and once it ends, before it gets into Army of Darkness as a movie, that you just want to see where in the hell it's gonna go next. Every single time I rewatch Evil Dead 2, there is always one particular thing that always blows me away, and that is the practical effects and the gore. The practical effects in Evil Dead 2 still to this day look absolutely incredible. There are some shots in this movie where I still go like, how the fuck did they pull that off? There is a particular scene to which, if you have seen the film, guys, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but it is a scene where Ash is losing his fucking mind and he is laughing maniacally with all those things in the room. How in the hell did they pull that scene off? Seeing how the Deadites look, still, honest to God, the creativity behind how all the Deadites look, in particular, the big one, to which I actually don't want to spoil the scene for you guys in case you haven't seen yet, but how the Deadites look are so freaking cool, especially the one that Ash just keeps punching and punching and punching before this great scene and great line.
I'll swallow your soul! I'll swallow your soul! I'll swallow your soul!
Swallow this.
I fucking love this movie so much, guys. One thing in particular that I have to talk about is how Sam Raimi is able to seamlessly transition from going into a scene full of horror and giving a great icebreaker full of great comedy. How Sam Raimi is able to go like this to essentially this. Holy shit! The way how Sam Raimi is able to somehow seamlessly finesse between being able to make you feel scared and then make you laugh in the next instant is absolutely genius. There are so many parts in which you think that every trick is done. Sam Raimi pulls another trick from his sleeve, and not only does he either scare the crap out of you, but again, he's able to make you laugh so hard. In particular, there is a part of this movie where it looks like that Bruce Campbell's Ash is able to get something done with, and then all of a sudden, he just unleashes waves upon waves of blood and guts, to first being absolutely terrified, and then due to how over the top it is, you end up laughing as a result. One more particular thing I must talk about before I go on my overall score is talk about my favorite scenes in Evil Dead 2. Some of my favorite scenes in this entire film, one of them is the scene where you could have guessed it, where Ash fights his possessed hand, and the ending of that moment. I saw this moment earlier, I have to bring it up again. This moment, which still makes me go, this is fucking genius. Then, of course, this brilliant moment.
I don't think so. We just cut up our girlfriend with a chainsaw. Does that sound fine?
How can you not love that moment?
Happy purge, you old fuck!
Go on to overall. So overall, Evil Dead 2, to put it simply, is
Groovy.
Evil Dead 2 takes everything that made the first Evil Dead so good, doubles down upon it, and what we have here is not only one of the best horror sequels ever made, but it's one of the best sequels ever made, but it is also my favorite films of all time. All in all, I'm gonna give Evil Dead 2 a 6 out of 5. Simply put, guys, if you have not seen Evil Dead 2 yet, what in the hell are you doing? Plop it on right now and get ready for one blood-soaked ride. It is, to say the least, groovy. So comment down below and let me know. Have you guys seen Evil Dead 2? What'd you think of it? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm also on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all links in the names are in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Evil Dead 2. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for my latest review of my Halloween Horror Reviews 2023 goes live. If you guys want to see my previous 2 reviews, please click it right there or right there. And of course, when my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.